Alright, so to start today's episode off here, the Fiorentina Career Mode are going to take on AC Milan here in a game where they are currently, I believe, 8th in the table. So not a great start to the season. They're undefeated, though, surprisingly. Despite being 8th, they are undefeated. That's interesting. 3 draws and 2 wins to their name, sorry. Let's get into this one up against them and hopefully keep our undefeated record. Or so far we've been undefeated. We haven't even drawn a game just yet. We've won or 5 of them we've played so far. Let's get into this one here in Season 2 and hopefully, well, actually Season 3, sorry. And hopefully defeat AC Milan once again in the series. The Super Cup, we won the league title last season. We also won the Europa League, and this season we're looking to go on to win everything. We won the what's it called? As we get a chance to, Amine Adli, the Moroccan, hits it, denied by Alex Romero. We did win the what's it called? The UEFA Super Cup last episode as well. So we have won, I believe, 7 trophies so far in the series. So ball into the box by Fagioli, looking for Coppola in the centre. He just win the header. Romero though heads it away. Saida Marla. But over the top here looking for Amine Adli. Pavlovic has it away though. Let's take the free kick after the handball from Samuel Arici. Gonna try and score a free kick here with Gustavo Sá up here. We scored a free kick with previously. He doesn't have the best free kick stats, but he's got the power. And the Portuguese creative midfielder Amade Rui Costa can hopefully score here as he hits the crossbar. It bounces out, and Ricci gets it back to Gabi, who hooks it away. Jimenez looking for Benzema over the top, but too much on that, and Coppola can easily get that away. Dodo over here to Adli Elmala. Adli now running forward. The Moroccan cuts inside, left foot strike near post, straight at Romero though. Had to go for the strike near post because the finesse shot wasn't on. Here is Diouf, back through to Elmala. The German across, looking for the Moroccan, but there's Pavlovic there stopping us. And Fagioli couldn't get the shot away in time, and Kunku dispossessed. Well, we've been all over them in this game. We just haven't scored yet, so we came close on multiple occasions. Shermani. Just too tightly compacted here. Shermani over here to Adli, who shoots, and the pass was meant for Elmada to begin with, but I had to take the shot there of Adli because it passed it to him. And we might be going towards a half-time break level. There's not much time left of the first half, but we have been the better team. This time again, Coppola does win ahead of Romero. Saves it. I thought for a second he's going to parry it into his own net there. He looked like he didn't get enough on it, but the Spaniard just about did stop us there from getting a much-deserved goal in this game. Coppola, this one might be a bit too close to the Spaniard. No, it's not. Coppola this time wins it, and Romero again makes an insane save to deny us. Oh, surely we can eventually get the goal we deserve. Coppola. That one's got to be yours. Coppola does win it, but didn't really get the best connection. If this one goes into half-time break 0-0, Milan would have read their luck, to say the least. Adli over the top. Here's Armada. He finally gets that much deserved. How's he scuffed it that badly? I don't know, 1-0 up, level at the break. But we could go in 1-0 up here with the last chance of the half here. Shermani running through the Spaniard. The Frenchman does eventually get a goal for us. It's taken us 46 minutes to get a goal we deserve. And Shermani gets his first goal for us since signing from Real Madrid to be our staple signing of the team and take us to Champions League glory this season. Diouf for the assist. The Frenchman with the finish. It's a good finish there from him, to be fair. It's a great finish though, driven into the bottom corner. No saving up for the Spaniard in goal. But it should be more. Now it should be like maybe 3 or 4-0 for us, but somehow it's only 1-0 headed to the half-time break. But at least we have the lead now in this game we can build on in the second half. And yeah, as you can see by the stats, that is insane. We've had 73% possession and 10 shots. They've only managed 23 passes. We've had 75, and we are somehow only winning this goal by 1-0. But here come AC Milan in the second half, trying to get themselves in this game. With passes like that, they're not going to do so. Gives it away to Shermani. Dodo. And then to Adli. He can cut it back. Can find Gustavo Sá, and there's finally another goal for us in this game. Just before the hour mark, we get a well-deserved second goal in this game. And it's Gustavo Soliman who almost scored a free kick for us in the first half and got unlucky not to do so. Scores here for us in the second. And Adli does incredible here to hold off Pavlovic, ball across, saw first time finish. And he finds the back of the net. The number 19 beats their number 19 in goal to make it 2-0 here to us. Here to Samara Ricci, the Italian. Okay, somebody going all the way through here, not to try us on this. Benzema. Ashari. There's Bastido intercepting, to see that from him. But over the top, that's got to be us Capola to deal with, but we get just about enough there to deal with it. So, good move there from him. Diop now. I saw Saido Mola, ball over the top by Saw into Adli, who was offside. I need to see the line next. He didn't look offside to me. He did not look offside one bit to me. He is not offside. Well, it's been an easy game for us so far. And that's probably not going to change as the ball over the top. Adli this time is not offside. Can Adli get a goal to make it 3? Romero, big save again there from the Spaniard. Chiesa this time on the corner. Can the Italian find his fellow Italian? Ball in. Header again by Capola over the bar though. Adli steals at Adli. Free to Munson off the bench. The Icelandic striker denied though. Here come Milan trying to get a consolation goal. Morata. Capola. Okay, that thankfully rolls back to our Dutchman in goal, Robin Rose. Paqueta. Samuel Ricci stops us there somehow. Here we go again. Pulisic now. Cassetti intercepts, and that should end the game. And it's going to be a 2-0 win here against AC Milan in a game that probably should have been it's still going here. Cassetti intercepts, there we go. But it's a 2-0 win. I want to see the expected goals for us in this game because it's got to be upwards of 3, if not 4. As you can see, we had 56% possession. They had 0 shots in this game, Milan. They couldn't do anything attacking-wise. We had 15. And in terms of best performance, Diouf was the best player for us, ratings-wise, apparently. But in terms of expected goals, as you can see, 5.2. And we only scored 2 goals. That is insane. All right, so after that dominant 2-0 victory against AC Milan, we didn't concede a single shot on target from them, or a shot in general from them. We're now taking on their city rivals in Inter Milan, here away from home in the BT Texan Series license in the game. I'm hoping that Inter, AC, and obviously the stadium, obviously they're going to get a new stadium. The San Siro is going to get torn down, I believe. We're just kind of sad to see the San Siro is obviously a legendary stadium, a beautiful stadium. I think could have been restored instead of knocking it down. I think it's actually cheaper, I guess, to build a new stadium than it is to restore the old one. Some logistics and business-wise ran that way. But yeah, it's interesting to see what their new stadium is going to be. But obviously losing the San Siro will be a big thing for world football in general, because it's a beautiful stadium. One I do want to either visit IRO at some point if I can do so, and whatever. But let's get into this one. Up against them here as that tangent about the stadium and everything. Let's get into this one now. Up against Inter and hopefully beat them here. Inter Milan is third in the table, going to be better than the AC Milan team. We're just absolutely battered. They got Luis Enrique, the Spanish talent, the Brazilian talent. Got Lautaro Martinez up front. I believe they signed Jeremy Frimpong in this series, so that's a big signing for them. So it was Saw. In there to Adli. Looking to get a quick start here as Adli plays through Gustavo Saw, a great play early on, and Saw across to Elmore, and that's 1-0. And we just cut through Inter Milan's defence insanely quickly there. That's a great start for us, and Elmore gets his 4th goal of the season. The German talent from SC Corn IRL as he beats Mike Magnon in net. So he's a former AC Milan goalkeeper now playing for Inter in the series, which is weird to see, but we score here to take the lead. And it was a very easy goal to score. We just had a little bit of patience with Adli. We played through Gustavo Saw and then played it across to Almola for the tap in and the first goal of the game. Here to Lautaro Martinez, a World Cup winning striker. Here's Luis Enrique, the Brazilian talent. That is good defending there from us though. It was a poor pass there from the Brazilian, but it's also good defending from us to be ready for it. There we're going to get on the attack. We look unstoppable on the attack. Diouf up against Frimpong. It's going to be a good battle down the side, but Diouf has got a better Frimpong here. He cuts it back across and finds Elmore, who just didn't shoot. Blocked there by Fagioli. Good defending there from him. Saw to Adli. Elmore. all the Interman players on him, but he finds Fagioli who can get it into Saar. Lovely give and goes here. But over the top, it's great football. And Saar should have scored. Oh, the ball forward, intercepted by Coppola. And like I saw, Saar, the Portuguese midfielder from range, hits it and almost scores in this same goal. Odebert, the Frenchman, who we know how good he is from the Spurs series in SC25. The Spurs right now are a team massively underperforming. So they have a few big injuries, but overall their team should be doing much better than they are. Adli back here to Saar. Find Diouf down through into Fagioli, the captain. Magnon makes an awkward save there because he kind of expected a different type of shot there from Fagioli, which almost cut him out, but the Frenchman made the save. Enrique into Lautaro Martinez. The Brazilian and the Argentinian linking up here. And there's Lautaro Martinez who scores to make it 1-1. And when we do concede a goal in this game, it's the 7th in 9 games. You would expect us to concede against AC Milan, Inter Milan. We would expect us to concede against them due to them being third in the table and having a now 90 rated plus striker up front in Lautaro Martinez, who probably is like 91 on probably 90 or 91 rated in the series at this point. 3 seasons in. Nodbert, the Frenchman, cuts it back. They find a Conor Barella who cuts inside. Shoots, blocked there by Dodo. Now we have to try and play it out of the back here because Inter are looking good in this game. They definitely have a goal or two in them still. Saar, lovely move there to find Omala. Patience paid off, but the finish wasn't found. Shermany hits it, blocked. Lifts it up. Saar was ahead. Hopefully it wasn't offside. He wasn't. Lovely play here. Saar heads it. Magnon saves, and the rebound doesn't fall for his. I think they play 4 at the back actually Inter in this game right now. Not too sure. I think their CDM drops in to make it a 5 at the back. Adli. Oh, lovely move there for him to beat Bastoni. And a Moroccan. That's a great goal. I was going to say at one point early in this game, or in the second half, that it's going to take a moment of magic for us to win this one. And we just saw it firsthand. With a Moroccan magician, Amine Adli. We don't get to see it on that replay, we're going to get to see it on the next one. Beating one of the best defenders in the world, in Bastoni. He's right, flicks it up, flicks it in behind. Then low driven finish into the bottom corner. Puts us back in the lead in this game. Going to make a change or two real quickly just to freshen up the team. Throw this game away for us because we were playing some good football. Obviously some players needed to go off to reason and being tired. That's Saar, Fagioli, Amala. There's Shermany stepping in. Cassetti now in midfield. Alongside him, Paqueta, Gudmundsson. That wide here to Mano Solomon. Going to float it into the box. They're looking for the head of one of our players, but that finish from Cassetti there was awful. Lautaro, good move there from Cassetti to intercept it. Gudmundsson through head to Adli to seal the victory. Adli hits the post. Cassetti forces him to go for the challenge and plays it forward. Love to see that from him. Paqueta from an AC Milan man driving through. The space is opened up for the Brazilian to drive and score. And Lucas Paqueta, man, maybe on the move to Flamengo in the Brazilian league, scores here for us. So losing him in European football is a big miss. He's a great player to watch, Lucas Paqueta. And more obviously due to all the betting scandal and everything like that, he had a big move to Manchester City get cancelled. And now he's looking to move back to the Brazilian league. And here for us though, he scores to make it 3-1 and put this game to bed. And what a game it's been, to be fair. Inter have been a good challenge for us, but we are still the better team. And one of our substitutes has sealed the victory in Paqueta. Unless in the final 4 or 5 minutes of this game, Inter can get a goal or two. So they come to Lautaro Martinez. Hopefully they need to speak that into existence. Here's Kalanoglu who shoots. Roast makes the save. Barella into the box. Lautaro Martinez, and it's 3-2. Okay, I don't know why Lautaro Martinez is not going to cut the ball, but it's 3-2 here. We need to just, you know what, it's not pretty, but it's necessary 2 minutes ago. Bassi, you're the strongest. Let's take it back here and just run out the clock. There we go. We're almost at the end of the game here, Milan, or Inter, I should say, had a chance, but it's a 3-2 win for us against them. A much deserved win for us. It could have been more. Obviously, we had some chances we probably should have scored, but in the end, we were the better team. We get a win and another 3 points for us and stay undefeated in the league. And well, next we're going to test ourselves up against the best team in Germany, one of the best teams in the Champions League this season in Bayern Munich. As you can see, we are going to take them on. We're currently top of the table with 4 wins from 4 games, level on points with the likes of, I say, Athletic Bilbao, Real Madrid up here as well. And we're a Bayern in the table. They're currently 16 for 2 wins and 2 losses to their name. Let's get into this one up against them and hopefully get a big win here up against Bayern Munich. And what we're going up against a pretty good Bayern Munich team. They've got Igor, Thiago, they've got Harry Kane, Pavlovic, you saw João Palhinha there for a second. Obviously, that was Spurs player IRL, Gustavo Saw. But they're Jonathan Tah stepping in. Marco Correa, left back, interesting. I wonder if Vincent Kompany is still a manager of Bayern. I don't think he will, because usually the big teams in Career Mode, after they don't win the Champions League, etc., they sack their manager pretty quickly. It's Pavlovic, Solan, Nebar, Fagioli, Saw. As Bayern's defence doesn't seem to be the best right now. It seems a little bit all over the place as Adli is looking to make him pay for doing so. It's the youth now back here to what is Elise stealing it. One of the best players in the world right now is Elise. Is he doing great things since moving from Crystal Palace to Bayern Munich? Luis Diaz. Igor, Thiago. Imagine that front 4 IRO. Harry Kane, Thiago, Luis Diaz and Elise with Jamal Musiala behind them. That would be insane. So the best performing players IRL right now. I see Luis Diaz doing pretty well for Bayern. I see Harry Kane the same. Jonathan Tah steals it. I won't be surprised if El Mola ends up at Bayern Munich at some point. IRL, I see a big talent that Bayern Munich are probably looking into right now. It's a future successor, but ball through. Adli, the former Bayer Leverkusen man, strikes against them. What is it, a battle of the midfield in this first half. And we've come out on top at this point in time anyway. And well, in Season 1, we won the Conference League. In Season 2, we won the Europa League. In Season 3, can we go all the way and win the Champions League? That's a question. So defeating a team like Bayern Munich is a big statement for us to go on to do so. But we have to beat teams like Man City, as they don't have a... Is that Herzl, the Brighton manager? I think that's Herzl, the Brighton manager. That's not a bad transfer manager for Bayern, to be fair. Yeah, this Bayern Munich team is a very good one. Surprised they aren't doing better than us better against us right now. So there's a long way to go in this game yet, though. Almola, Adli, two former Bundesliga players, and Almola misses another big chance. How has he missed that one? It's not 85 rated for Harry Kane. And Bassi does well to stop him. Oh, we gave the ball away. They're rather frustratingly there. Oh no! If they scored in, if they scored in, I will be frustrated. But Thiago, awful finisher from the Brazilian. Dodo. Kukurea at left back for us to try and beat here. Throws it inside it to Almola. Lovely pass. Almola on the turn. The German misses. Creating opportunities. We're looking great, but we're not scoring as many as we should do. Adli. We double our leader. Amine Adli, the Moroccan, does double our lead. It's been coming. And we get a second goal here from the former Bayer Leverkusen man. And he scores it to make it 2-0. Like I said, it's been coming. We have been a better team in this game. Bayern have looked decent attacking wise, but they've not looked great. And defensively, they're easy to break through for us anyway. As you can see right here, ball into Adli, spins to defender. With a burst of pace, gets him behind. A finish there from him into the bottom corner. Beats Alexander Nubel. We now have a 2-goal lead in this game up against, on paper, a very good Bayern Munich team. But right now we're looking at a much better team in terms of like how the team plays. Kane forward though, but there is come up so. And Bayern just seem to lack some sort of, they're like a Musiala. They're playing like a 4-2-4, it seems like. And I think they're lacking like a Jamal Musiala in the camera for them to control the game and get the ball forward and link up the attack. So Mola, dispossessed by Pavlovic. They've got 2 CDMs, you know what I mean, in midfield, and Pavlovic and Palhinha. Pavlovic can get the ball forward, yes, but in terms of like creative players, they're all out wide. But here is Thiago, shoots and roasts, makes a save. Oh, lovely football, but they're being played. So if he can feed that through to Adli, that's fantastic football to make it 3-0 before the half-time break. And Adli's done so. That passing play was exquisite. That was Barcelona prime tiki-taka era-esque. And Adli gets a brace in this game, or maybe a hat-trick. I'm not too sure. I can't remember who scored our first goal, but it might have been Adli. It's so that's a hat-trick for him. We're going to sim the game at half-time here. Because Bayern are shown by their 16th in the Champions League table, with now 3 losses to their name, unless we capitulate in the second half and lose it somehow. But that passing play in the build-up was incredible. And Adli gets another goal for himself here, the Moroccan, who's been an inspired signing for us since we sold Moise Kean for 90 million to Real Madrid. We brought in Adli to replace him, and he's been a fantastic player for us. We've got to sim to the end here. It ends up being a 4-0 win, with Fagioli, the captain, get the goal for himself later on. And Adli did get a hat-trick in this game. And as you can see, next up for us is the game against second place Como, who have risen up the table here in the series to find themselves second in the table right now, with 10 wins, 3 draws and 2 losses to their name this season. We're still 15 for 15 in terms of wins, which is insane. 42 goals scored and 10 goals conceded is pretty impressive. And I'm actually intrigued to see who's in their team, so we're going to have a quick look to see how Como are, up as far up the table as they are. And in terms of the players they have in their squad, Sonny Diao at left wing, the German wide player's name I'm not going to say because it sounds a bit like a word I can't say. At right wing, Battery, the Kakade, and Nico Paz in midfield. And defensively, not the best. Van der Voort in goal. You've got Ansel Knauf on the bench as well. You've got Van der Brent, you've got Catrone. And an alright decent team, but seeing they're second in the table, I mean, I guess Battery is going to be high rated. Nico Paz will be high rated. Diao will be decent high rated. Van der Voort in goal will be decent rated as well. But overall, that team does not seem the best, but as you can see, bottom right they are 4.5-star team with 4 wins in 5 games to them. Let's get into this one up against them and hopefully defeat Como here. SC26 Roma series, we'll sign him in that one. That's going to be a bot left from Komutsu to deny him there. Let's put on a holder. Trusting name Nekakare. Intercepted there from us, and now we can get the ball forward with Kasava Sort. Amale to Adli. Adli, finish shot from the Moroccan. That's a fantastic finish there. I had to improvise it because I thought, I wanted the move I tried to make Amale to make was to drag the defender away from Adli. But for some reason, the game did the run where he was more narrow than I wanted it to be. I was aiming more diagonal for him to run away from the space and open it up for Adli to get inside the box. But Adli here, you can see I wanted Amale to run to the right there, but it worked out for us in a way actually, because he kind of gets in the way of the defender and allows Adli to drift on the left foot there and finesse it into the back of the net to beat their goalkeeper in Van der Voort. The Moroccan here makes it 1-0 for us. Nico Paz though is good defending against us. For us, sorry, against them. As right now we are just playing like insane football. Like we're just another level attacking wise in every team we face. Big striker. So he's a pretty good striker. This issue with Jonas Vind is he's got no pace. Here's the German. Out wide, or back into Nico Paz, the Argentinian. Back into him. Fagioli, Kakare. Nico Paz shoots and Nico Paz scores. Yeah, that's a frustrating goal to concede because the ball just kept falling back to them. You saw it there, it kept ricocheting back to their feet. Every time I made a block or a challenge, it just fell back to them. As you'll see, we'll block it again there, it goes back to them, and then Nico Paz ain't going to miss from there and scores to make it 1-1. I feel like they're going to be. They are second at the table, yes, but overall their team does not scream. It's not the best team we face. Like that Bayern Munich team is one of the best we face in terms of players they have. But we beat them 3-0 fairly comfortably. We're 4-0 overall. Sadly, I don't know why he stepped forward there. I wanted him to make the move in behind. So Batterina's not in the starting 11, as it looked like he was going to be in the preview, but they have, I guess, a regen in their midfield instead with Brunholder, unless he actually is a player I've not heard of. Amala, the German. Gustav Saw. He played across to Adli, no, we can't because Van der Voort gets out there and intercepts it. Someone steals it back there. There's Vind, there's Chomeni. So what a pass. If we can get to that, that's insane. Adli. We get It's been a frustrating game, I will say. Como are frustrating us. That's their game plan right now. Get a corner, Capola. Doesn't get to it, Kemp gets it before him. It's working out for them right now as they have a point in the bag if they get a draw here. They close the gap and is at the top of the table. But you do imagine that with the players we have, eventually we're going to start getting where we need to get in this game. As Dodo gets the ball off Sonny Diao there. It's had a very bad game, Diao. He's not been influential in a good way in their team. Speaking of influential in a good way, here's Adli. If he shoot and score Van der Voort, what a save. Needed a run there, but we didn't find it. Saw Amala trying to drive in. It's done well, but there is Van der Brent. They are just frustrating Como, and it's working. There we go. Adli, why did you step back? I know why he did it to stay on side, but he could have stayed where he was, I think. Dodo wins it back though. Saw draws out the midfielder. Shermany, why not from range? Shermany hits it. Van der Voort forced into the save. Agioli. That's blocked by Brunholder, and that's going to be handballed against them. Okay, that's a good opportunity for us. We have a free kick here in a decent position. There's a try and just put our foot through this one with Gustavo Sark, and the Portuguese creative midfielder here score. He hit the crossbar earlier in the episode from a free kick in the first game. Can he wrap this one in the back of the net here? Bit more to the right and a bit higher. I think that would have ended in the back of the net, but Saw just puts it wide of the post. So we go though. Adli, Moroccan. Back here to Cassetti. Inside a great move from Gudmundsson. The Icelandic striker makes it 2-1 and finally gives us the lead we deserve in this game. And what Gudmundsson's been an unsung hero in the series for us, scoring a bunch of goals for us, especially when in season 1 he was a great shadow striker at Cam. We then brought in Gustavo Sort in January to replace him, and then Gudmundsson became a backup player for us. And Gudmundsson's been a great player for us in this team ever since episode 1. He's been, like I said, the unsung hero, a very underappreciated player in this team. He's just guaranteed success. He's just a great player. He's got pace, he's got good end products, he's great in the ball. And as a shadow striker, he is unbelievable. And even playing striker, he is great. So we now finally have the lead in this game that we deserve. I've got a feeling like Como are going to find another goal in this game at some point. Jonas Vind. Fair enough. If they scored that would have been fair enough. You know what? Not a bad effort, but thankfully he doesn't score. Now hopefully we can get more goals here. We can open the floodgates. Adli, oh I love that. The flip-flap. They're finished though. Okay. Weird moment there. We get a free kick from that. Interesting. I know it's a short road this happened there, but we get a free kick in which we're going to let... I guess we'll let Chiesa take it. And just try and wrap this one with power. Federico Chiesa. He scored the Italian. What a free kick that was, what a save from Van der Voort. To the Cunha, now to Nico Paz, the Argentinian. Finds a Sonny Diao. Ball in, Vin header. Comfortable save for Robin Rostow. Once over the top here to Lucas Beltran. To wrap up the game, and Van der Voort, what a save. What a game it's been, to be fair. We should be winning this game by more goals at this point. Kempf boxes there, just had to cut back inside and go to near post. But what this game should be done here in a second, if we can stop them getting forward here. Yes, it is. It's a 2-1 victory against Como. They should wear their second place in the table, to be fair. They're a decent team. Definitely the hardest challenge we face in today's episode, but in the end, we get a victory, and it could have been more goals for us. It probably should have been more goals for us, as Van der Voort for them made some incredible saves. As you saw, Como in this game, they didn't really create much. They didn't have much possession. They came here to defend. Well, I should say came here. We're playing them at their home stadium. But they came to this game to defend. And it cost them in the end because we got the victory. They gave us too many chances, and we managed to take them in the end and walk away with 3 points and a win to remain undefeated again in this in the league. All right, so that's going to call it for the end of today's episode. I've seen the team right now is looking absolutely incredible. Some great growth in the team this season with our most rated players being 83 rated. And the team right now is looking incredible. And in terms of performances wise, you'll probably be able to tell who's the best player in the team stats wise, just judging by the episode. But Amine Adli, 20 goals and 3 assists. Incredible there from the Moroccan. And the rest of the players you can see doing pretty good. Gustavo Sarr and Almala with 6 and 8 and 6 and 9 respectively as well. They're both doing incredible as well as a part of the front free throws in this team. And in terms of performances from the players, as you saw, they've also taken us pretty far in the series, because right now we're in the semi-final again of the Super Cup. We're looking to defeat Juventus and head into the final to face Inter, and today defeated Parma in this one here to win the Italian Super Cup that we did also win last season. In terms of the Coppa Italia, right now we're in the quarterfinals against Atalanta. So a pretty, not the easiest game, but a pretty comfortable game that we should be able to win. And in terms of the league right now, we're top of the table. We did drop points in the sim game, which is unfortunate, but it is where it is. And we now have 49 points, undefeated still, of Como, Juventus. And also Atalanta, they're fourth in the table. Not that far, well, they are far behind us. They're 16 points behind us, but we're not that far into the season, so there's still a chance they could side with a title challenge for us. But looking likely, we're not going to drop out the top position of the table. And in terms of the Champions League, as you can see, we're top of the table in that one, 18 points, and we are looking unstoppable right now as a team. But that's going to call it for the end of today's episode. If you want to enjoy it, drop a like and subscribe, as always. And as always, thank you for watching, and goodbye.